What's going on, everybody? This is Sean of Raw Select Music, and once again, much like last week, I do not have a Raw Select record review for you, and that's largely due to the fact that I had been finishing up a new DJ mix. I'd been listening to it, reviewing it, listening to it again, reviewing it, and basically making some minor last-minute tweaks just to make sure that it was at least of a somewhat decent quality. But the mix is done. Head over to my Mixcloud. The link will be down in the description so you can check it out for yourself. And if you're all a little curious while you're watching this on YouTube, here's a little snippet for you to check out. Classic. All kidding aside, it'd be greatly appreciated if you went into the description, headed over to my Mixcloud page, and checked out the mix for yourself. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment over there or leave a comment on this video. And yeah, just tell me what you thought. I'm pretty happy with the way that it came out. I certainly didn't labor over this mix as much as some of the mixes that I've done in the past. It's definitely heavier on jazz, funk, and soul than some of my other mixes. There are still a few instrumental hip-hop or beat tracks in there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that it came out, and hopefully you get some listening enjoyment out of it. So this is going to be another Raw Select recent record pickups, but I'm going to do it with a little bit of a twist. Normally I have the records already out and ready to show off to you, but today I have not opened the boxes that they came in. I have these two mailers right here, one from my favorite Kyoto-based record shop, Jet Set Records, and one from Amazon. I also have a trusty pair of scissors. We're going to do the very first Raw Select unboxing video. Snip, snip. So usually when I open a box, I like to take the scissors, open them all the way up, and go just right down the line. We're going to do that with the Amazon one first. You don't want to go too deep because you don't want to cut into the record, and you don't know how much padding they actually put in there. I did a pretty decent job. I'm going to actually just open it up like this. And as you can tell, it's just wrapped in paper. So there actually really isn't a lot of protection on this, and I actually did manage to tear the paper a little bit. But we're still gonna unwrap this so you can see what I ordered, and there it is. One of my new recent record pickups. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to show this on YouTube, but it's one of the newest releases from Street Corner Music, and that would be Dirty Dan, produced by Dirt Beats. If you're unfamiliar with who Dirt Beats is, a while ago he put out an album called Dirt Floyd, The West Side of the Moon. I don't know if you can still pick this up, but I got this a few years ago. I really like this album. It samples all Pink Floyd tracks, and this one samples only, here, let me cover that just in case like I offend anybody. This is not meant for kids anyways. Samples only Steely Dan tracks. I haven't really given this much of a listen. I kind of wanted to keep it a surprise, but based on the quality of this record, I have a pretty good feeling that I'm really gonna like this. And the fact that it's released on Street Corner Music, I mean, come on, they say it right on the sticker. It's probably going to be another Street Corner Music sure shot. So I'm really looking forward to digging into this one later, and I'll probably end up doing a Raw Select record review of this guy in the not too distant future. So with the Amazon box out of the way, let's get into these records that I picked up from Jet Set. As you can see, it's also taped on the sides as well as down the flap. I'm going to go at it from the sides and just tear it open. So once again, just sort of cut at it. There we go. Got one side. Let's do the other one. Yep. That's done pretty well. Now, if I remember correctly, Jet Set doesn't usually do a lot in terms of any extra padding. But their mailers, as you can see, they're square. They hold their records pretty tightly, so they don't really flop around that much. So when they get mailed to you, they should come in one piece. And despite the fact that I did cut seemingly into the records, I managed to actually miss them. And as you can see, I picked up 3 records from Jet Set. So let me talk about these guys. Let's talk about these records. Two of the records that I picked up from Jet Set are basically follow-ups on 7-inch singles that I picked up earlier last year. And one of those is Dark House Family and Children of Zeus. And one thing that's interesting is on both of these records, the EP and LP, respectively, the songs that are on these 7 inches, they are not on these records. So I'm pretty happy that there aren't any repeat tracks from here to here. As far as these two records go, again, sort of similar to the Dirty Dan, I haven't really listened to them that much. I'm going based off of the quality of those two 7-inch singles. Children of Zeus is sort of like 80s, 90s R&B / neo-soul kind of shit, mixed with some more modern sounding production. There's a sort of nostalgic quality to at least the tracks that I've heard from Children of Zeus that I really, really like, and I'm kind of curious to see if that sound holds for an entire EP. If I'm going to get sick of it, or if I'm really going to enjoy it, we'll see. I'll let you know what I think after I've given it a listen. And then the other one is the Dark House Family, and if the 7-inch single, again, is anything to go by as far as how this sounds, like jazzy instrumental hip-hop that seems to do a little combination of live instrumentation with some more sampled sounding stuff. I can't say 100% for sure, but I really liked the 7-inch single from last year, so I'm really curious to hear how the rest of that sound, if the 7-inch single was a pretty good example of how this record's going to sound. So yeah, 2 records from First Word Records, follow-ups on 7-inch singles that I picked up from last year. Really looking forward to checking these out, and we'll probably do a follow-up Raw Select record review on these guys later. Then the last record that I picked up from Jet Set is the Miles Bonney Let It Out EP, which is actually kind of interesting. On the back, it says it was released on Bastard Jazz, but I guess in Japan, it's distributed by Wonderful Noise Productions, which is an Osaka-based record label / distributor. It's actually pretty common for a lot of overseas labels to be released by a Japanese distributor. I know they do it a lot for like Warp and Ninja Tune releases. I don't know. It's just kind of an interesting little detail, since Wonderful Noise Productions is responsible for releasing Lord Echo's music in Japan. But anyways, I could ramble on for days about that. I'm curious about this record because I had Miles Bonney's S3 album that was produced entirely by Frank Sinatra. And while I thought it was okay, it didn't really have a lot of lasting power, it didn't have a lot of replay value for me, and ultimately I ended up getting rid of it. But I do like Miles Bonney's voice. I like the fact that this record is completely produced by Taku, and it sounds like he's not only doing his more recent style of the moody, slow-mo trap style beats on here. He's going back and doing some of the old Jay Dilla boom bap style stuff as well. Seems like there should be a pretty good mix of that. I'm really looking forward to giving this a listen, and maybe Miles Bonney and Taku are like the best combination for each other. Who knows? I won't know until I give this a full-on listening, but I'm excited to listen to this. So that's going to be it for me today. Thanks again for watching. As always, head into the description, head over to my WordPress blog or my Steemit blog. That's where I'll have the music links so you can check out any of the records that I talked about today. I am planning on working on the next Raw Select radio show. I have 2 DJ gigs coming up, one on the 11th and the 17th. And I'm hoping to grab some video footage from that and hopefully doing another Max Essa style boots on the ground, really giving you an idea of what it's like to be at a DJ event. But when those events are over, I'll be back to work on a new Raw Select radio show, as well as a new Raw Select record review. I will try to get another video up next week, but since I'll be coming off of the show on the 11th, there's a small possibility that I may not get to a video next week, but if that is the case, there will definitely be a video up on the 19th, and that's the 19th here in Japan, the 18th for everybody else who's not, on this side of the date line. As always, I gotta say thanks again for watching. I've been getting a few more comments recently. I really do appreciate it. I do try to get back to you, so please leave a comment here and let me know if you checked out any of the records that I talked about today. And as always, I appreciate all of you, and I'm terrible at finishing this video, so I'm just gonna salute you and fade out. See you guys next time.